Dr. Elena Cruz stood in her laboratory, gazing intently at the array of monitors displaying the vitals of her latest patient, a rhesus monkey whose brain had been successfully transplanted into a robotic body. The monkey, affectionately named Neo, moved with an eerie semblance of life, its mechanical limbs responding to neural signals as if they were its own. For Dr. Cruz, this was more than just a scientific triumph. It was a glimpse into the future. Dr. Cruz had always been driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Born to immigrant parents in a modest neighborhood in Miami, she had risen through the ranks of academia with a combination of brilliance and sheer determination. Her groundbreaking work in neurosurgery had earned her numerous accolades, but it was her vision of brain transplantation that really set her apart from her peers. The idea of transferring the human consciousness into a new body fascinated her, and she had dedicated her life to making it a reality. When Augustus Musa approached her to join his Immortality task force, she saw it as an unparalleled opportunity. The resources he offered and the caliber of minds he was bringing together promised to accelerate her research in ways she had only dreamed of. Yet, as excited as she was, Dr. Cruz was also acutely aware of the ethical dilemmas her work entailed. The journey to this point had not been easy. Brain transplantation was fraught with technical and moral challenges. The process involved not only preserving the intricate connections of the brain during transfer, but also ensuring that the new body could receive and interpret these signals accurately. The ethical considerations were equally as daunting. Was it right to play with the essence of human identity? What constituted the self if one's mind could be placed in a completely different body? Joining the task force was her way of pushing the boundaries of what was possible, of finding a solution to the fragility of human life. As she prepared for the next phase of her research, Dr. Cruz reflected on the cutting-edge technology that made brain transplants possible. Advanced neural mapping techniques allowed her team to create detailed blueprints of the brain's connections, while nanobots facilitated the delicate process of severing and reconnecting neural pathways. The integration of AI was crucial, providing real-time analysis and adjustments during surgery. Despite these advancements, the success rate was still far from perfect, and each procedure carried significant risks. Dr. Cruz faced intense scrutiny from both the scientific community and the public. Critics argued that her work was unnatural, a dangerous tampering with the fundamental aspects of human identity. Supporters, however, saw her as a pioneer, someone willing to explore the unknown for the greater good. Dr. Cruz herself was torn. She believed in her work, but the ethical implications weighed heavily upon her. One evening, as she reviewed her latest data, Dr. Cruz received a message from Augustus. He wanted an update on her progress. Sitting down at her desk, she composed a detailed report, outlining the successes and setbacks of her recent experiments. She also included a section on the ethical considerations, highlighting the need for stringent guidelines and oversight. "Augustus," she wrote in her concluding remarks, "we are on the cusp of something extraordinary. Brain transplantation has the potential to redefine what it means to be human, to give us a chance to preserve our consciousness beyond the limitations of our biological bodies. But we must proceed with caution. The ethical landscape is as complex as the scientific one, and we owe it to humanity to navigate both with care." As she sent the message, Dr. Cruz felt a mix of anticipation and trepidation. The quest for immortality was a noble one, but it was fraught with challenges that extended beyond the laboratory. She knew that her work would be a cornerstone of the task force's efforts, a key piece in the puzzle that Augustus Musa was trying to solve. Dr. Cruz's personal struggles were far from over. Every day, she faced the dual pressures of scientific discovery and ethical responsibility. But as she looked at Neo the monkey, moving gracefully in its robotic body, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. The boundaries of medical science were there to be pushed, and she was ready to lead the charge. With the Immortality Task Force behind her, Dr. Cruz was determined to explore the full potential of brain transplants. The path ahead was uncertain, but for her, it was a journey worth taking. She was driven by a vision of a future where death was not an end, but a new beginning, a future where the mind could live on, free from the constraints of the physical body.